Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and today we are going to be doing my July Plan With Me bullet journal video. So for July, I didn't really know. I didn't have any idea of what I wanted to do, but I went ahead and I decided to go for butterflies. I don't know what's been up with me recently, but I've been really into butterflies. I've painted a lot of butterflies and I've just been practicing on how to draw them. I just think they're so beautiful, and so I just went ahead and made that my theme for this month. So I'm just gonna go ahead and write out the name of the month, which is July, obviously. And I'm using a Pentel sign pen. This is a calligraphy pen that has a very fine and loose felt tip. I really love this pen. It's great for calligraphy and it's so smooth and awesome. And I actually bought it at Michael's, so if that's something that you're into. So I'm going to start out with tracing the butterfly. I actually drew everything beforehand, so I didn't trace the actual butterfly itself, but I'm just like tracing over what I had drawn with pencil from before. And we're just going over that with black and yeah, I don't know. There's just so many butterflies. Honestly, this journal took me the absolute longest time to film, easily one of the longest spreads I've ever created. I've seen a lot of posts on Pinterest of butterfly bullet journal themes, and so I wanted to try, and I didn't realize that it was literally going to take me, I think, 4 hours to film, just to color and fill everything in. Originally, just the outline sketches took me about an hour or so, and then the actual filming part just seriously took me forever. I've never ever had filming take this long, so it was kind of crazy. Yeah, that was a horrible transition. I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, so basically I just did the same thing for each butterfly. I just knew it was going to be super redundant and nobody was going to watch me draw and fill in like 30 butterflies. So yes, so the next page we have is our quote page, and I haven't really been doing too many quotes recently just because honestly, like, it's kind of hard to think of a quote, but I did find a great quote for this month, and it's by Maya Angelou. So what I went ahead and did was just draw another butterfly. Oh, also another thing, I used the color purple, which is like my least favorite color. So as long as this took, I mean, I think it looks really pretty, but at the same time, I wish I would have done something more like maybe like an orange or a yellow theme to make it look like a monarch butterfly or something. I didn't want to do blue because I feel like everybody's been doing like the blue great emperor butterfly theme. So I did purple, and I wish I just would have gone with even like red. Like, it would have been so much nicer in my opinion, just because I'm not a fan of the color purple personally. But yeah, I think it turned out okay for not liking the color. So I went ahead and just drew out this butterfly. And then for the quote this month, I went ahead and wrote, "We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty." So again, that's a quote by Maya Angelou, and I just feel like it's such a great quote, and it's really true. Like, we see all these people who look amazing, their lives look so put together and stuff, but we actually don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, and so I just think that's a really great quote to remember. Alright, so the next page is our calendar page. I'm using that Pentel sign pen again to write out July, And then using a purple Crayola marker, I am just going to outline all the boxes for the days. I went ahead and did boxes this time instead of like a calendar kind of spread where it's like one square. I did like disconnected boxes, I guess. And I like this look. It's just so much more simpler than to have to figure out like all the spacing, I think. So that's why I really like doing it this way. And then I went ahead and drew the butterflies in between the boxes. And listen, I didn't do too many. I wanted to do so much more. I really wanted just to fill up the whole spread with just butterflies. But after that cover page, I think took me like an hour and a half itself. And I was like, I would love just to fill this entire page with butterflies, but I couldn't do that. My mental capacity could not handle that. So there's very little butterflies on this page. But yeah, and also this time I went ahead, so I traced out the butterflies, but then I filled them in before I actually did all the black lining, which made it so much easier instead of having to go back and forth with the black and the marker. Also, the black pen that I'm using, honestly, is just like a random felt pen that I got from Michael's. It's really similar to the Staedtler pens, but it's not that. I guess it's not a felt tip, it's just a fine tip. But yes, and it was like $5 for like a pack of 10 colors, 10 or 20 colors like that, something like that. Really cheap. I love Michael's. It's the best store. I'm using the Signa white gel pen. Honestly, the only white gel pen that works, in my opinion. It's so great. Alright, so this next page is our habit tracker. And for the past couple of months, I've really been kind of changing my habit trackers, but I really wanted to go more simple with my habit tracker just because the theme itself has been so intricate with all the butterflies. So I went ahead and just did the tiny monthly spreads, just because it's so much easier just to plan out and not have to think about how everything's gonna kind of work. And again, just drew some butterflies, made some grids, and I think I did everything kind of out of whack for this, so yeah. And then we went ahead and filled in our butterflies again. Nothing too crazy or special, but honestly the same thing. So we just fill it in, add the lining, and then add the white circles with our Signa gel pen. I used just a purple marker to highlight our titles and our habits, I guess. So the habits I chose are journaling, healthy eating, which is also fasting for me, exercising, practicing art, practicing music, flossing, skincare, keeping up with taking my vitamins, and no spending. At the beginning of quarantine, I have been doing so great, and then all of a sudden all these K-pop groups came out with these comebacks, and I think I spent like an absurd amount of money on all these comebacks. So we're not going to be spending for this next month. I really can't. So on to the next page, which is our mood tracker. I just drew a butterfly, and I actually got this butterfly off of Google. I just found a photo of it. So that was really helpful. So this isn't something I personally came up with. It's just a little, it's a photo I found on Google. So I just went ahead and drew it into my journal. And then each kind of, I guess like, I don't know what that is called on a butterfly, but each part of the butterfly is going to be a different mood. So I have happy, content, numb, stress, and sad. Those are like my main moods. Alright, next page is our monthly reflect, and I swear it says reflect. I just wrote it so horribly. I don't know what the heck happened. This page I always put in every month. It used to be an expense tracker, but I hate expense trackers. I cannot keep up with them. So my monthly reflect is just at the end of the month. I write about how the month went, what was my favorite part. and just kind of like a brain dump, I guess, just towards the end of the month. And I love this page. It's honestly one of my favorite pages because it's blank, and then I can kind of fill it up towards the end and do whatever I want with it. And then the next page is going to be my July playlist, which is my favorite page in the whole world, just because I get to look back at my music, and I've looked back at my old journal from last year just to see the music I was listening to, and it's just so crazy to like see how many songs and how many like artists come out with like new music. It's awesome. The songs I picked for this month are My by 17, Our Summer by Tomorrow and Together, Take a Walk by Offshore and Def, Heart in Tokyo by Good Gasoline, Gravity by Ong Sung Yu, I think that's how you say his name, Meet Me Tonight by Wenny, and Untitled Love Song by Henry. These are just the songs I've been listening to recently, and I really love them. And honestly, for 17, like the whole new album that just came out like 3 days ago, amazing. The album actually came out on my birthday. It was so cool. That was another album I bought. But it's so good. I totally recommend it. All these songs are really good, actually. But I just went ahead and just drew some butterflies again. And then for our weekly spreads, so during the summer and during quarantine, I have been doing 1-page weekly spreads because honestly, my schedule has not been filled. I've been quarantining, I've been staying at home, self-distancing, and I just haven't really been up to too much, so I couldn't justify using 2 pages for 1 week just because I really am not doing too much. So I drew some boxes and just labeled them with the days and the dates. And again, just drew some butterflies, nothing too crazy or special. And then I filled the butterflies in, and that's basically all I did. It's just a lot of butterfly drawings for this month. Alright, but I hope you guys liked this spread. If you did, I'm glad you did. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a great day / night wherever you are, and I hope you come back for more. Bye, guys.